Well, guys, this is it, and this is kind of what I've been waiting for. This is going to be the end of our time at PanSa East FC after what just under 3.5 seasons here, and a fairly good time. Apart from all of the frustration that came, and apart from the game breaking on me having to retire the manager and come up with a new one. Seriously, these people who do these things where like they have the same manager for like years on end, and all this stuff. I'm pretty impressed that you've got Football Manager not to completely crap out on you. Anyway, we look back at it. We've got good times and we've had some bad. Right now, we're in second place. Kind of strange to be leaving when you consider that we're still very much in the hunt, but there's a lot of frustration going on. You didn't see this, but Lingwanda is out on leave for a month after getting very upset. Squad dynamics are kind of going down a little bit. I had to talk out our Mongolian friend Bayo Saihan out of also going on leave for an extended period of time. He really wanted to do that, again, out of frustration. And there are a lot of problems here on this squad. We had to get rid of a number of players who were squad leaders. It doesn't look anything like the squad that we had before. I'm starting to think that going around and getting all these foreign players is probably not the best idea. The tactic works well, thankfully, and you'll hear more from this tactic. But as you can see, we're missing a big person in the person of Milani, who I had to also get rid of for being a real butthead about a lot of different things. It's been a really, really long time off. And as you can see right here, I've been approached finally by Mars FC. This has been a long time coming in game. This is like 2 weeks in coming. They're offering me an actual paid contract as opposed to the nothing that I make currently. Yeah, I don't know much about what exactly they're doing here. They're in last place, eighth place here, and they've done nothing but lose in this season here in Taiwan. And the question is, can we keep them up or not? And we better hope that we can, because I don't think that there's any place for us to go under this. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. This might be a very, very short stint. Look at the rules here just to see how many games each team has. 21 games. So we have just a little bit of time to try to make up all of these points and to try to kick this team in gear. But we're going to do it. We're going to take this job and go for it. We're told to avoid relegation because, of course, if we're relegated, then I end up out of a virtual job. And then we'll have to see what is next for us. They do have a transfer budget of 50,000 euros and a wage budget of 4.1 thousand euros. I promised them that we'd have an acceptable dressing room environment. And if we're relegated, of course, they're unable to keep me in the role, which is perfectly understandable because I can't actually play in the league below us because we don't have it on. So let's finalize the deal. And we'll end that. And with this, our next way out should be seeing us go straight over. Before we do this, though, I do want to take a quick look over here. Let's see where we want to go. Probably not competition. Probably over to club info and history. You can see we won the league our first season. We ended up in second place the second season. And then last season, we actually ended up as far back as fourth. We've just had a lot of frustration here recently. But that one victory was pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't count here under my current character, but whatever. We'll go ahead and we'll advance the game forward a little bit and take ourselves into the new and surprising and unknown world of playing in Taiwan. So here you have it. And as you can see here, we have a pretty big challenge here ahead of us, and I've got to figure out really quickly what we're going to do to try to get this team on track. We have a 20,000 seat capacity stadium, so let's see what we can figure out. We do want to have a press conference, and we're just going to jump on, and here we are taking over this team. And let's see if there's anything we can look at. We do have an interesting looking youth intake preview. Good supporter profile. They are expecting us to not completely suck, and we'll figure out the tactics and everything else as we go forward. Of course, this means I have to go through and I have to like change up all of the settings. I mean, you know what I do. So like for responsibilities, right? I don't do the friendly matches. I'm going to arrange the friendlies. We'll automatically make first team players fit there. The one that we really want to do is we want to make sure we take control of training. We want to get the training emails, and that will let us look at the under 18s. Now, the other thing I really want to look at quickly is registration currently open? I'm not quite sure. Yes, it is. And we have a deadline in a little bit under 2 weeks. So we'll look through this and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of these guys and we're going to move them all up. And we'll see if we have anybody there that's really worth playing with. And I'll take some time to sort of play around with this a little bit and see what we come up with. I'll give you another video here too a little bit later on, probably later on today, and let you know what we've come up with. As expected, there's a lot of unambitious players, low determination, casual players, and so on this team. I'm interested in looking to see really quickly what kind of contracts we're looking at. So let's see here. Contract type is what we want to look at. And there are a number of non-contract players on here, as well as some part-time contract and youth contract players. So there'll be a lot of interesting things to look at. This is the player that I was looking for here. So Star, who I liked a lot. Let's see if he's willing to go along with me. No, he's not, unfortunately. And there's another one that we can look at, but I'm not quite sure if he's going to be good enough to play at this level. So we'll take a quick look over here at him. And no, he's not willing to go over here either because he has not long joined his new club. So we're probably going to end up having to do what we can with the players that we currently have here. Everybody is on holiday, which is interesting, and they return in 10 days. So we have like a couple of days to get everything turned around. The dynamics are average. The atmosphere is a little bit less than that. And we're going to have to do the best that we can to try to get this team together and get this team moved up. Look really quick at the position to sort of see what we're dealing with. And yeah, we have like no midfielders. So this is going to be pretty interesting. We'll see what kind of tactical system we can get put out there. But yeah, it'll be fun to play with this and see what we have going on. And my guess is that we'll probably get rid of some of these guys who are lacking in ambition, lacking determination. And we'll probably take a look around and see if we can't find much. Our wage budget, so this is the other interesting thing to look at now that we have it. We are not using much of the wage budget, and we're not using much of the transfer budget, so we should be able to get somebody. And so we'll take a look throughout Taiwan and see what we can find, see if we can't find a couple of good players to scout and good players to go after. And this is going to be interesting. I don't have a heck of a lot of experience doing this. I do kind of want to take a look at this tactic, but I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing to do. I don't want to play Route 1, don't want to do a counterattack, and definitely don't want to park the bus. So I don't know. We'll take a look and we'll see if we can figure out what we're good at, what we're not good at, and we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, here you have it. And this is kind of like, hey, here you go, kid. Make up your own team and see what you can figure out in like no time. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have to take a couple of chances here, I think, on a couple of players who we might not know very much about. So we'll see what happens. We're going to try to raid these at least the Taiwan national team, and see if that helps. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.